Welcome, Bergen Catholic fans, to our weekly sit-down interview with Bergen Catholic's head football coach, Nunzio Campanelli. Coach, thanks for joining me here today. Now, fans, what more can be said about that historic victory that the Crusaders had last weekend on the West Coast, traveling 2,500 miles to Las Vegas, Nevada to take on one of the top 10 teams in the country in Bishop Gorman. 42-35 victory. Coach, your take on that team, that game, and on that stage that your team performed so high.
You know, I thought they were a great team. They really provided a great challenge, very well coached. They played really hard, well conditioned. They were just an all-around great football team, and I think our kids played an excellent game. We really played a really well-rounded football game, and I think it was a great opportunity for our kids, and they took advantage of it. Hopefully it's kind of a launching point for some things that we can do in the future. The truth is we've worked very hard over the last 3 years, and to get a win of that magnitude hopefully is a great building block for us. But, at the same time, there's a lot of work left to be done. I think at the end of the season, we can look back and say, if we go out and win the rest of these games and play like we're capable of, then, you would say that this was a big jumping off point for us. But, we got a great opponent coming up this week. We got a great game, and we kind of got to get back to work. We'll look at the historical aspect of it in a couple months.
Now, talk a bit about how your offense has been so lethal so early on in the season and what makes this offense go.
I think it's been great team football, very unselfish players, guys that don't care about who scores the touchdowns. We just got to make sure we get it in the end zone. And I think when we do that, everybody's playing hard and everybody's doing their part. When you do that, when you really have a chance to be explosive.
What is it about the defense that has made inroads this season on that side of the ball?
The D-line has played excellent. The linebackers are flying around, and the secondary has been in position to make plays, and the turnovers are huge. There are times we're playing really good football teams. These teams are going to move the ball. That's just the nature of when two great teams play each other. They're going to make plays, but our guys keep battling, and they're taking advantage of the opportunities when the ball's in the air or the ball's on the ground. We're getting there. And the other thing is we've really rushed the quarterback well. We've really put a lot of pressure on the quarterback and haven't let the guys we're playing against be comfortable back there. So, like I said, it's all-around good team football.
Coach, very difficult task for your team. After coming off this great victory against Bishop Gorman, a top 10 team in the nation, you come back home finally to New Jersey for your first game in the Garden State in Week 3. And who's waiting for you? None other than the Green Knights of St. Joseph Regional, arch rival for your team, and a school that really has circled this game on their calendars as their biggest game of the year. How difficult is it to prepare your team mentally and physically for this matchup in Week 3?
We need to be able to go, 12 games, 12 weeks. We got to be at our best every week. We've worked 12 months for these 12 opportunities. We love the fact that they're going to come and play their best, and we expect to play our best. And, that's what it's all about. That's what we signed on for. That's what we made the schedule for. So, we fully expect to be at our best, and we fully expect to play a great game. And, I expect them to play a great game. I think they got a heck of a football team. So, I think it should be a great afternoon up there.
And finally, Coach, again, looking back at that win against Bishop Gorman, when did it finally hit you? When did it finally sink in? Was it minutes after the final whistle, hours, a day, coming home back to New Jersey? What that win might have meant to this program if you can continue on the path, especially against St. Joe's this week? When did it really hit you? Wow, that was a special time for yourself, for your staff, for your team, and for the school overall.
We can put it in perspective in a couple months, but, right now we need to shelve it. And, we're proud of our kids, but certainly not satisfied with what we've done. And we've got a lot of work left to do. And, one thing I've always said about our kids, they don't mind working. They're happy to do the work if they believe it's going to pay off. And I think, Friday night was a great example of that. And, hopefully this Saturday will be another example of that.
All right, fans, that will do it for our weekly interview for Bergen Catholic's football season with head coach Nunzio Campanelli. Reminder, fans, that you could tune in and listen to the games live on the internet on the BC Sports Network, and that you could also follow all of our coverage throughout the week on BergenCatholicFootball.com and athletics page at BergenCatholic.org. So again, thanks Nunzio Campanelli for joining us. I'm Dan Long, the voice of the Red and Gold, reminding you fans, let's go Bergen. Take care, everybody.